to the world. Yo, I got so much things to say right now. I got so much things to say. Yes, I got so much things to say right now. I got so much things to say. You know, say no gun guy yard. Send more money, more food guy yard. You know, say no gun guy yard. Send more money, more food guy yard. You know, say no gun guy yard. Send more money, more food guy yard. Hey, deaf on the mostly, dumb on the mostly blind. What if I youth me say you're dead upon borderline? With the system and the matic and the K39. Tell people about them so I like lime. Get up every day, them I do crime after crime. Then get about them, I get time after time. Remember, said the youth them on the future. No give them no gun and not on them in no shooter. Get them some money, make them buy a piece of scooter. Sell some peanuts and sell some. You I got so much things to say right now. I got so much things to say. Yes, I got so much things to say right now. I got so much things to say. You know, say no gun guy yard. Send more money, more food guy yard. You know, say no gun guy yard. Send more money, more food guy yard. Yeah, got the people with some pants and sneakers. No space for the gully creepers. No give them no gun, no condemn, and no killers. Hey no, but about the youth, them have them courage, yo. Them have them knowledge, yo. No take the youth, them and condemn, and no savage, yo. Long as they no meet, yo. Long as they no meet, yo. Give them some color low and give them some cabbage, yo. On the part of coming for the chest, play solid, yo. Ooh. You know, you know, say no gun guy, yeah. Send more money, more gun guy, yeah. You know, say no gun guy, yeah. Send more money, more food guy, yeah. You know, say no gun guy, yeah. Send more money, more food guy, yeah. Hey, deaf on the mostly, dumb on the mostly blind. What if I youth me say you're dead upon borderline? What if it's the non-dematic and the K39? Tell people about them so I like lime.
Yep. Don't bring us no more guns over here. Send us more food and money in our yards. That's what we need. I want to give it up for my brother and homie, Mr. Surprise. He's on tour right now, but I thought I'd use that because that's one of my favorite songs that he do. That's Mr. Surprise, y'all. Perfect for the show. So today we got Denise Woods with us, and we're gonna get right into the nitty gritty because we don't have much time, but we're gonna get right into the nitty gritty. And so, first of all, before we start, thank you, Denise, for coming. I know your schedule is busy, and everybody probably wondering where the hell you been.
Well, thank you for having me.
But I want to know.
I don't know what I signed up for, but I'm here. I'm on.
I thank God I got the favor. That's what I'm talking about. I got the favor. Okay? And I just want to ask before we start.
Right.
Because everybody keep asking me, and I don't have the answer.
Right.
Are you running for the City District 8 this year for city councilman against our friend Marquise?
You get asked that. Well, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'll be very, I'll get straight to the point on that. No, we did that in 2020. And you know what it is? I want to see somebody else sign up for the job.
Right.
You know, the period to become a candidate is open now. It's open until November the 13th. You have until then to, file the papers. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if somebody else is going to step up, but somebody needs to. There's no way Marquise Harris Dawson should be on that ballot by himself this time.
Oh,
absolutely not. So the election is in 2024, and so
Marquise is not going to be on the ballot anyway because he's in the other seat. It's
oh
gonna
no,
be somebody.
He still has to hold his council seat. Even though they've made him the pro tem president of city council, he still has to hold his council district seat.
Oh, Lord.
So he still has to campaign. And so, it's open for other people to get into that race to run against him. So I'm just curious to see, I would like to see other people sign up for that job for sure.
Right.
We definitely, needs some different representation. I mean, that's my personal opinion, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Right. We need something new.
Yeah.
We need a whole new makeup over here. This Crenshaw thing is not our Crenshaw destination. It's turning into a straight devastation.
Well, what has happened
Just
in
like
the
we
last 4 years
said.
that he was here? When I signed up, and it was a couple other people on that race too, for 2020. What has changed in 4 years? Actually, it's gotten worse. We've taken more loss in the community. You know, we've taken a lot of losses here in the last 4 years he was here. We leave him there. The reason why I think, or I'm suggesting, or I'm hoping that other people get in the race is because this will be his last term, right? This, if he goes in again, he'll be in until 2028. How much more damage, how much more loss you think we'll take in this next 4 years? Then he doesn't need us. He doesn't have to worry about being reelected again. You see what I'm saying? So we stand the chance of losing a lot between now, 23, and 28 if he stays. Think about this also. In my opinion, we need another black representation for the 8. Because if Marquise stays in this last 4 years, they're gonna a Hispanic person is gonna run for that seat. We need to put somebody black there now that will get a 12-year run. Because every time you are elected, you get 3 terms of 4 years. We need 12 years of another black person that's really going to work for the community.
We need more black people.
Well, we do, but
there.
I'm talking about that particular seat though on the LA City Council. You look at our city council right now, we're not going to have any black representation when Marquise is done.
Yeah, because nobody's there anymore.
Price is finna go out, whether he's admitting it now or not. He's leaving.
Yeah.
We know Mark Reggie Thomas is out.
Yeah.
Heather Hutt, she's not a sure-in because she was appointed. She's holding that seat, but she has to run a campaign to win in 24. That seat is not just permanent to her. She has to run a campaign. She's campaigning right now. Everybody's fundraising. So, but Grace Yu is somebody that's running against her. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, if just think of it this way. If Heather doesn't win, Price, this was his last term anyway. He's termed out. He may leave earlier because he's in some trouble.
Right.
Marquise, this will be his last term if we allow him to stay there these last 4 years. That leaves no black representation on the city council. That is not diversity of LA.
No, that's not the diversity.
I mean, it's not diversity of LA.
No.
So we have to think beyond, you know, these 4 years with Marquise. We have to put somebody there that's going to be there 12 years, that we get 12 more years of black representation because we need it.
Yeah, we definitely need it.
So.
And we also need to come together and find out what's going on with Crenshaw High. Because Crenshaw High has been like on the hot list right now, and they're still saying, oh, we don't know anything about it, you know, that's a rumor, and this, that, and the other. You know, I talked to one of my, everybody you talk to that's not willing to understand that there's always a hidden agenda. They always feel like, you know, oh, that's not true. It's like they don't believe they can't do that. Why can't they? They've done a whole lot of things to us. Black people.
Absolutely.
Why do you think that is an impossibility? I don't know why, because they've done a lot of things that's devastating to this community. So I was just trying to get them to see that this is something that's hidden, that they're not going to tell us the truth. But we have to look at the signs, and we have to read between the lines, and everybody that I've talked to, they, you know, including our mayor, Rosie Milligan, our mayor over LeBert Park and Crenshaw District, Rosie Milligan. I left her this morning, and she told me to let you know, come by, and she wanted to talk about it some more.
I do need to talk to her,
and
too. I miss her. Yeah.
She said she's been discussing it since I brought it to her attention. She's been discussing it with some people who's actually been fighting against this for a long time. Against this for a long time. Against this right here.
Right.
Crenshaw closing for a long time. What is this? Crenshaw closing for a long time. You know, and I hear that, you know.
Is it closing? It is closing, or that's just the
they've been fighting that fight, so we don't know. We don't know what they're going to, what the result in is going to be. But we do know that, and she said the same thing you said before we get started. The charter schools are the reason why, if we do get shut down, that we're being shut down because we don't have enough students. And so that goes along with why they're going down to downtown in the first place is what because
I heard about the meeting on August the 8th.
Yeah, and what's that's all about?
I'm sure that's an important thing. I mean, I got informed of it too.
What's that all about?
I'm going to attend. I'm going to attend
I'm
myself.
I'm gonna go for a little while. I gotta go to work. But
Yeah, that's
go.
serious business. Crenshaw. I mean, I graduated from Crenshaw myself. I mean, my whole family did. I mean, Crenshaw is like a historic landmark. That the closure part cannot happen. But I don't know if that's what it is. But I know that internally Crenshaw has some serious problems. Crenshaw, the whole third floor is not even being utilized for students, I'm understanding, because it's only 479 students at Crenshaw.
479.
479 students at Crenshaw.
You need 500 to stay operable.
They lost their accreditation before and
One
they got
time,
it back.
yes.
I'm hearing that the teachers are
Awful.
no good and so on and so forth.
Yes.
But what I do know is statistically is that only 5% of the students are coming out of Crenshaw with the proficiency, the math and reading proficiency. 5%. Now, the state medium is like 50%, I do believe, right? So they're at a 5%. Yeah, something is definitely wrong.
Something's wrong.
But it's not just Crenshaw.
I was going to say,
Ain't
it's
just
not
Crenshaw.
just Crenshaw. It's the whole entire black community here.
Yeah, it's Dorsey.
From elementary to high school.
Dorsey's proficiency numbers are way below standard. They're not being prepared for college. They're not being prepared for post, after the high schools.
They're not being prepared for junior high.
Yeah, their percentages is like 10 to 14% of the students are coming out of Dorsey, which Dorsey only has 790 students. And it's split in half. It's half Hispanic and half black. I mean, it's almost even to the T of 50%. And
the Spanish kids are making up that percentage that we need.
I'm just saying, out of the students, the whole student body, 50% is Hispanic, 50% is black. But at the end of the day, only 10% is coming out with the math and reading proficiency level.
Not learning.
At 10%, and it's still, again, in California, the number is 50%, and they're at 10. Crenshaw's at 5 for the last 5 years, Crenshaw. You got... That's just the high schools. You got Hillcrest Elementary,
54th Street School Elementary.
Yes, Coliseum.
I love the principal. He tries to do all that he can. The staff is full of caca. Okay, they are unprofessional.
Yeah.
They don't give a darn about none of the test scores. Nobody's trying to fight for the education, but they fighting amongst each other on some other kind of level. It's a lot of politics going on in there, and the kids aren't learning anything.
Coliseum Elementary, right here on Coliseum and King, right on the other side of the Juncos. That one, total disaster. They're not learning anything. Hillcrest Elementary, not learning anything. I mean, the numbers, anybody can get the numbers.
Windsor.
But I'm just saying.
Windsor Hills.
All of them.
Elementary.
But here's the problem, though.
Bottom of the
honestly.
list.
Even View Park, the View Park Preparatory that's right here on Rodeo.
What is the use?
They're coming out of their proficiency rate at 12% in reading and math.
What is the use? Why are you there?
So that's a charter, right?
Yeah, that's a charter. Why are you there?
So you got public and charter. Neither one of them are pushing our kids out. Now, Crenshaw, back to Crenshaw again, is still 70% black. Crenshaw, again, is a part of our little black community, for sure, right? I mean, I'm not saying Dorsey or the other ones are not, but Crenshaw is still the only school in Los Angeles that has the most black students.
Predominantly black.
But it's still only 479 of them today.
Right.
Right? But you talk about the politics of this is where I get...
They going downtown.
I get so irritated. We can go downtown. That's a good first play, no doubt about it.
And
but
their strategy is what?
I don't know yet. That's why I'm going.
Well, I hear their strategy from the neighborhood city council.
What neighborhood council? Which neighborhood
the
council?
One that,
you got 10 or 12.
Park Mesa
Okay.
got in touch with me and
Okay.
said, matter of fact, Sean Davis in particular.
Who's the president of Park?
Got to me about the information. The president is Kim
Is it still
Kim
okay.
Marie,
Okay.
and then there's a vice president named Allison that I don't really know, but they're saying that
How they feel about Crenshaw?
or
did they know?
they they questioned me when I did bring it to him. Not Sean per se, but but Miss the Allison vice president. I spoke to her before I spoke to Kim, and and she questioned like, well, where are you getting your information? And that's why a lot of people are questioning me. But to be totally honest, when we bring you something like this, it is actually a window somewhere that we've had some type of insight. Somebody's brought us something that's not going to necessarily be on your Google page, and people aren't going to know all the information to, because it's called a hidden agenda. And so unless we get out there and ask questions and make sure that whatever curveballs they throwing, we throw them back, then anything can happen. And I think their march they were saying that the school is not going to close down. But I don't know how anybody can say that, because we don't know that. But we can say we won't let it, because we will have a fit. Like you said, it cannot. It just cannot happen. No. The fact that they've done so much to us that we say you can't do is a real reason why we need to push harder this time, because it's like, oh, no, that's really our lifeline. Y'all going for the juggler. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, we got to do something about that. So they like, well, the thing is that they're going to go and stand to get better teachers, because they don't have enough good teachers, is what their meeting is actually about. And they said no good teachers.
That's a good fight.
And they said, and that's a good fight. And they said, and the fact that they don't have enough students, they want to put the junior high school inside of Crenshaw to make up the deficiency that we do have in enrollment. And that's also a good fight. But it all stems around whether or not we going to push that to happen. They're going to make it happen. They're going to make sure they build it and stop talking about, well, we don't know if it's going to work, or it's hanging on a limb. It shouldn't be hanging on a limb. They should be doing everything they can to make sure that they bring us back up to par. Don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. But, for me, it goes back to the politics again.
Go ahead,
we as a community, we always get we're very reactive. We're not proactive. Everything gets down to the wire of the bottom. I mean, like the last 5 minutes, and then we do these type of things. Look, Crenshaw's been in trouble for 5 years. If not longer.
Yes.
There are a lot of people in our community that look like me and you that feel like, well, my kids don't go there, or I wouldn't send my kids there. My kids go on the west side. All this type of shit, so. Oh, sorry.
But it's true though. It's true. It's true.
But let me just say this: it goes back to the politics again. When you got a school that got bad numbers. Or you got a school that has bad teachers.
Who the hell want their kids there?
No, what I'm getting ready to say is go back to the politics. Look, the person, the LA Unified School District is made up of a board. There's 5 districts to the board. It may be 6, but I'm going to say 5, right? Just like the city council. City council got 15 districts. We're in the 8, right? Marquise is over our 8.
Right.
Okay, the LA Unified School District, they have a board too. We got District 1. All of these schools we're talking about, with all these bad grades and low scores and bad teachers, they're all in District 1. Guess who runs District 1? George McKenna is his name. George McKenna has been sitting in that seat on the LA Unified School Board District, LAUSD, since 2014. This man is 82 years old, but today he's 82. He's been sitting in that seat since 2014.
82?
But he's 82 right as we speak, I'm saying.
Is he? What is he? I'm sorry, it doesn't matter, right?
I'll give you a little history. I'm
gonna
give you a little history. I will give you just a quick history. He used to be the principal of Washington High School from like 68 to 78 or 78 to 88. Maybe it was 78 to 88. He was the principal of Washington High, right? But he's been on the LA Unified School District now, I'm saying, since 2014. His district encumbers Crenshaw, Dorsey, Audubon, John Muir. You understand what I'm saying? All these charter schools around here. This is his job. This man is consistently on the ballot by himself. Okay? There is never no opposition to this person. Now, I'm telling you right now, he's 82 years old. There are too many of us. Okay, there's the me's of the world, the yous, anybody or it could be some of these teachers, some of these people who putting this meeting together on the 8th. They're probably educators, a lot of them, right?
They are.
So, I mean,
they are.
We need to find somebody, get behind them, and put them in his seat if we want things to change in our schools.
How
I mean,
come they
see,
haven't
this is where the shit
considered that?
starts at right there.
How come they haven't considered that?
Because George McKenna is a part of this same little hooey I'm always talking about. Karen, Herb, Mark, you know, that whole little group that nobody wants to ever challenge, you know, like this machine shit that we believe in.
Oh, no.
But they have driven that machine that I'm talking about. These people have driven this black community straight into the damn ground. And George McKenna is another player in this. Now I'm telling you, this man is 82 years old. And he's getting ready to run for re-election again over our district for District 1.
Oh, no.
He's already got his he's already fundraising.
Oh, no.
Okay, he's going to be on the ballot again with Marquise's name. Now, if we want some stuff to change, we got to change the players.
The seats and the players.
We got to change the players.
Right.
These are the same people that we keep here election after election, and nothing changes for us. And then I don't get it. I don't vote for them. I've been knowing. I've never voted for George McKenna because I know what he has done or what he's not doing for the benefit of the black community. Because I'm not into this multicultural shit. Okay, it's all about Black Americans for me. Okay, I'm not into that. Okay, because they're not into us. Okay.
Now, girl, I be at church sometime and they be looking at me up and down.
Black people have
we in church.
We have no friends.
Girl, I be in church and they be acting racist. I be like, we in the same church.
No.
With a whole bunch of different, nationalities, they act different at church with you. They are not nice. They don't want to sit by you. They look at you up and down. But the man that's speaking look just like me. But y'all don't like me who coming to sit next to you. See, these politics is just too much for me. Even in the church, they don't make no sense.
Yeah. Okay, so we didn't cover the schools.
Yeah.
George McKenna needs to come out.
Out.
Okay, that's what part of this meeting on August the 8th, I'm not a part of the meet. I mean, I'm not a facilitator, but I'm just saying.
We're going to get behind them, huh?
Somebody needs to run against him.
Yeah.
Okay, because he has driven these schools down. It is his job to make sure that the schools in his district are up to par. It is just that simple. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, George McKenna, he should not be on the ballot by himself in 2024, but he is running for re-election. Now, mind you, he's 82, so he'll be 86. These people hold these seats. They want to hold them for dear life.
Like
they think they're owned by them. These are elected positions. We pay all of their salaries are paid by us. And so we have a right to make changes when we want to. But if we really want to see some changes in our schools in this district, then that's where we start at, too.
Like the man they had on the news from the White House. That's what it's reminded me of. The man they had on the news at what's his name? McConnell? What was his name? They had him on, I think that's his name, the older man in the White House. I mean,
Mitch McConnell, yeah. His dementia kicked in just like that.
Kicked in front of the whole nation.
Right.
What the heck?
Yeah. Y'all
need to sit these people down and let them live their lives.
Yeah.
Settled.
It's time to do something different.
It's
time to do something different.
They're not able to fight for us.
You know, we got a lot going on. Every black community across America. You look how they dropping all the immigrants off in Chicago, in New York.
What's that all about?
They've been doing it here in LA for years, but we've been sleeping. You know, we have. They're on top of us right now. South LA is not South LA anymore. Not for us.
No.
Everything we do has to be squeezed into Lamert Park, into a one block.
We used to be the richest black community in America.
We used to be. Every other nationality has their own side of town. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, and they got blocks and blocks and miles and miles. Mm-hmm. Okay. Everything we do is squeezed into Lamert Park. They decimated Crenshaw, running that train down Crenshaw. Nobody's been given any money back for that. None of these businesses have recovered from that. And
View Park is not the richest black community anymore because we have so many people who don't look like us that's totally white in our community, and we starting to look like the strangers because they're looking at us like, well, what are you doing? What do you want? We walking past their house and they're feeling uncomfortable.
They're sitting on them all on top of us. It's intentional. I mean, you can't look at it no other
It's
kind
pretty
of way.
uncomfortable.
But we're a sanctuary city. You understand me? I mean, Garcetti did that. But Karen didn't have to keep it that way. But that's who put her in office, Hispanics. Black people didn't put her in office. You know, you got your little group of black women. So, we got to vote for her because she's a black woman. Have y'all followed her record the whole time she was in Congress, the whole time she was a part of the Congressional Black Caucus? Karen Bass has never done shit for black people. Okay.
And I heard she got a degree too. I heard she got a fake degree too.
She did, from USC. She should be getting in trouble with Mark Ritchie Thomas and that lady Dean.
Yeah, why did she get a pass?
Money and power to a
She
certain
don't even
degree.
have that kind of intelligence anyway.
But Mark Ritchie
sorry,
Mark
she
Ritchie
don't.
Thomas is going to jail.
When I see her talking, I'm like, everything
Yeah,
is a smile and a like. Who's the puppeteering? Who's puppeteering you? Because why are you smiling, talking to us? This is not a smiling moment. Every time I see you, you're smiling and you're talking about all this stuff that's going on around you that you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing.
They're not going to do it. Black people make up 5% of the population in Los Angeles, but we're 40% of the homelessness. It's gotten higher since she's been there. But Eric started it. Eric tore this city apart. They never spent the money where they were supposed to spend it. That HHH bill we passed in 2016, none of that. We never saw none of that. Okay. And then Biden turns around and gives him a gift and says, "Oh, you can go be the ambassador in India. Good job tearing up LA. Now go have you a prestigious job in India." Then they bring her in. Have you ever seen a mayor get campaigned for by the president, the vice president, the ex-president? All of them honed down on LA to make sure she got that job. That was the deal she cut with them.
Yeah, that was very weird.
That was the deal she cut because Newsom didn't put her in Kamala's old Senate seat. He gave it to the Mexican, Padilla. So calm Karen down. Okay, we'll get behind you when you run for mayor. That's what that shit was all about.
So how do you think we should move at this point? I know everybody's voice is, if we speak loud enough and everybody speak, and I mean, they're like, oh, we all can't speak at the same time. Sure, yes, we can. Speak at the same time so it can be so noisy that they have to listen. It just, voices coming from everywhere. Voices of disgust, voices of depression, voices of, what do you call it? When they intimidate you and when they shut you down and shut you out. What's the word? Am I trying to use? We have been totally like undermined as far as a community. It's almost like we don't exist to them. We've totally neglected. That's what I'm looking for. Totally, we need to cry out from all of this neglect. And we need to be heard. Maybe we don't need to go marching where we normally march. Maybe we need to march somewhere else, like straight to the White House. Maybe we need to get some plane tickets and go there.
This is the local politics has torn up the black community here. It's the local politics. Nationally, it's right here in our own backyard. It's these same politicians that we've had in office all these years. They've been robbing this community and being a part of its destruction for years. It's
Couldn't
just
it take
all
the
coming
White House
apart
to
now.
help?
No, I won't take it up that far. I'm saying it's been local.
But who gonna be able to beat up the bad guys?
We got to get them out.
But
that's the key here. Get them out.
How?
You got to vote them out.
How do we get to the people? They are so brainwashed.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's a lot of us here locally, right here. Everybody wants to be a part of their club. Or, they'll get something going on their own and they'll get on the right track of, really trying to make a difference. But then you got these folks we talking about. I call them folks. They come and they say, oh, let me give your nonprofit, here's a $5,000 grant. Here's $2,000 over here. And then they think, oh, okay, I'm in. They like me. You know what I'm saying?
It's hush money.
That's that hush money. But it ain't even enough money to be hush money. You should keep pushing on the line that we're all on. Or Marquise, for instance, he can tell a group of women that's been on a big fight for a long time, oh, come take a picture with me. We good. I'm going to do what y'all want me to do, and we're going to take a picture, and everything going to be kumbaya, right? And then they go to fight. We good with him.
I'm just saying we never hear him come and speak. He never opens up his mouth.
He doesn't have to because we don't put no pressure on him.
The pressure only lasts
5 minutes.
He needs to speak. It's time. They We've been voting him in over and over again. We're going through so much, and he's just letting us drown. He's letting us burn up. He's letting us self-destruct. We need to hear from him.
When has he had a I want to ask you this. This is me. I know this is your interview. Let me just ask you this. When is the last time he has come front and center and said, let's talk about this Ralph situation? That store being closed bothers me to like the utmost. I just cannot understand.
Please talk about the grocery store.
I just don't understand. Even now, it's been over a year. We're going into year 2 with this thing being closed. You don't hear nobody talk about it. Nobody. The Sentinel not printing nothing about it. The biggest propaganda newspaper, the Sentinel is part of the reason why the black community is in bad shape.
They want to pacify us with some damn Tiffany Haddish market.
You know,
that's not going to do what we need.
More power to the sister if she get a market open, but from where I'm hearing she's trying to put it, that can't service a whole community.
That cannot service us.
That's another little market, which is fine.
That's not a kumbaya moment.
Maybe her prices would be better than Buddha Market. Buddha Market is robbing the whole black community right now. That's the new grocery store.
I wouldn't even be able to trust the store.
That's the new grocery store for us.
And Buddha Markets is, I'm telling you, you got pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Please show them pictures of the produce they have in there.
Okay.
The produce at Buddha's Market.
Yeah, I went in there and took those pictures intentionally because I can't believe. And nobody said, you talk about these neighborhood councils, that's the shit they should be on top of right there.
Yeah, why are they allowing that?
That's what they need to be doing.
Why are they serving us that? That would not be in a white neighborhood.
And then the twofold part is, when I go down to City Hall and stand at that mic and talk crazy, you only get 3 minutes at the mic. I'm the only black person in that whole chamber. Where's everybody at that sees all this stuff going on? It's $17 to park. You can go any day of the week. You can even call in to see y'all. You don't even have to go there if you don't want to. You can just call in on the phone.
And who cares about our nutrition like that? Who really cares? When they throw stuff in our community, even in our local grocery stores, it's half spoiled. You can go to another Ralph's over there in Westwood and come to ours and find total different categories of meat, good fresh meat.
You can do that straight down Slauson as soon as you cross over Central and get to Pacific and Huntington Park.
Oh, yeah, they eating good stuff, too.
Oh, God, it's just beautiful over there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Now, from there, you have to go from Central all the way to Western before you see a grocery store. Food for less.
And one you can trust.
One you can trust.
One you can trust. Because I ain't going to be able to trust even this Tiffany Haddish market, this little market. I'm like, yeah, so what they trying to do, kill us?
Well, she can make money just like Buddha Market is.
I know, but still, I don't trust what's coming through there.
No, what I'm saying is, why not put her, why would she pass up a money opportunity like that to put a market there about as big as Buddha? Because she knows we don't have a major grocery store chain, right? I'm not saying she's being facetious. I'm really not. What I'm saying is,
but I don't trust
if she could put one there and they got one there and people are going there paying $14 for a little jar of honey out of Buddha Market, or $8 for a bottle of A1 steak sauce, $6 for some biscuits, the little biscuits that come in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
beans for $7.
Right. I mean,
beans.
What is that all about?
Beans.
You know, what is that all about?
Beans in a bag.
And so, but again, with the Ralph's thing, he hasn't said nothing else about that. When we stop talking, he's like, okay, they're over it. I can go on. That whole thing is nothing but a whole nother plate, in my opinion. From Dorset through that whole parking lot, they want that for building. Eventually, it's coming. Let him get in there a third term and watch how fast he comes. Yeah, you can scream and cuss and fight all you want to, but that's his last term. Do what he want to do. We took a chance on him this time. He got back in there. We lost to Ralph's. The EDD office is still not open, right? We still missing a major components out of his district. We got the worst schools. We got the highest employment. Highest unemployment.
How is this a destination?
We got the highest homeless count of black people here in the 8th district. How is all of this wrong in his district, and yet you got these people with these allegiances like, oh, I had women tell me, oh, I just like his smile. Are you fucking kidding me? You like his smile? This man is killing us over here. That's the kind of opposition I came up against. So that's why I said I want to see somebody else run.
I want to see us with better schools, better teachers, because what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up, if they do get a chance to, force their agenda, they're going to prove that nobody's learning,
Right.
Nobody's enrolling. So we're going to build a private school here. And that private school is going to be about $30,000 a year. And our black kids will be pushed and bussed out so LA Unified School District can actually get the money. We'll be bussed out to places where they won't even be accepted half the time because they ain't accepted. We're not accepted a lot of places because we're black. So imagine that. Imagine being bussed out all over again and not being accepted in your own community. But you got to look at what used to be Crenshaw, and now it's a huge state-of-the-arts private school for all the privileged white kids to go to.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Imagine that.
That's a possibility. Who knows what the far agenda is? Actually, you never know, because it's owned. I mean, LA Unified School District. That's kind of like under their umbrella of their properties. You know what I'm saying? So if George McKenna is still in place, say, and Marquise is still